Hello students, today we learn about the cyber ethics. What is the cyber ethic and how we will use our software very well. Okay, because in some time if creator make any software, then hacker and cracker can be use this software without giving the credit to the creations. So now you know about it that today's word is the information word, and this era is also called the information era. It means the acquiring knowledge, and we can acquire the knowledge from the internet. In a so many knowledge are available on internet. In other word, we can say that the information forms in intellectual capitals for a person or a body. Okay, however, there are many ethical issues involved to use the available informations. So let's we know first is a cyber ethics. First object in learning object in this unit is that what ethics are, why ethics are important, and how to act ethically, and the responsible that comes with the knowledging cybersecurity principles, and how to apply the ethics in the real world. So basically inside it we learn what we do and what we do not do. So this is a principles of the cyber ethics. First one is we do not use the computer to harm other people. Okay, we can't do that computers to harm any pupils. Okay, then do not interface with other pupils computer work, and do not snoop around the other pupils computer file. Do not use computer to steal. Do not use computer to bury false witness. Do not copy or use the properties of the software for which you have not paid. Do not use the pupil's computer resources without authorizations or a property compensation. Do not appropriately other pupils intellectual properties output. This we can't do if we are using the computer is basically giving the knowledge to us, and we must be do the following things. Okay, do think about the social sequentials of the pure programs you are writing, or the systems you are not you are design. Okay, so you must be use and implement it. Do always use a computer in a way that ensure the considerations and respect of your following humans. Okay, so these thing we are doing, we just respect the others, and we use only the social programmings that we are writing, and we are paid or we are able to access this. So let's introductions. Ethics is about right and wrong, what is right, what is wrong, and how do we know, like that. Okay, so why one more question is come in your mind, why is ethics? So it promote the sense of fairness, first thing. Second is it create a set of rule to acceptable behavior. It provide a rule that user can access which part of their will be access and which is not access. Ethics ethics practice help as identify and what unacceptable behavior looks and feel like. Okay, so ethics help us to identify each and every unacceptable or unauthorized things or behavior looks or feel like. Okay, so let's know what is actually ethics. Ethics is a commonly in today's, it is a very common, it is a I previously explained, it is a information era, and we are got the so many informations from the web. So actually we can say that information forms of intellectual capital of the person or a body. However, there are many ethical issues involved with the usage and availability of informations. Some common ethical issues are, first one is a, these are the basic common issues. First one is a intellectual property rights, second one is a plagiarism, and fourth one is a digital property right. Let's discuss about the intellectual property right. Actually, intellectual property rights are the right of the owner of informations to decide how much information is to be exchanged, shared, or distributed. Also, it gives the owners a right to decide a piece of doing, exchanging, sharing, and distributing, and go on. So we told that intellectual property, as means earlier, the informations make intellectual property. Any piece of information is produced or created with a lot of effort, and it consumes a lot of time. The cost factor is also involved with the creations and productions of informations. Through one's proceed, it become very easy to duplicate it and share it with others. It is very easy task if we are access the other software. So it is very easy for us, but it is very difficult to make it. But these very things makes the informations difficult and safeguard unlike tangible properties. So creator of the informations in real owner of the informations, and the owner has every right to protect his and her informations. So and the owner has every rights to protect his and her intellectual properties. To protect one's intellectual property right, one can get informations, copyright and patent, or use trademark. The ethical issues involved with it, that information must not be exchanged without the consent of owner. So ethical issue, basically ethical issue is based on the informations that is not exchangeable by the other persons without consult the owners. So the intellectual property rights must be protected for it. First, okay, these are the intellectual property rights. Okay, and first, encourage the individuals and business to create new software and new software applications, as well as improving existing applications, ensuring new ideas and technology are widely distributed, promote the investment to national economy. This is the basic motto of the intellectual property rights. Okay, so they are promote the users to create their own new ideas. So for that we are just decrease the copyright things. Now next word is a plagiarism. Plagiarism, actually it is a called stealing someone else intellectual work and representing it as own work without creating a source of informations. It means by plagiarism is a using of any software by the unauthorized pupil without giving the credit to the owner. Okay, so simply put, plagiarism means stealing. Okay, so it can give somewhat like unauthorized use and or close limitations of the language or thought to authorize other author and represent them as its own original work. Okay, it's called plagiarism. Thus plagiarism is a stealing someone else intellectual work. Can be an idea or iterative work or academic work. Okay, and representing it as your own work without giving credit to a creator or without uh, taken the source of informations. Okay, this is the intellectual property. Okay, now next one is and the following act would be termed as a plagiarism. First one is a using some other author's work without giving credit to the author. Second is a using someone else's work in incorrect form than indeed originally by the authors or creator. Modifying and lifting some work to produce such as music compositions etc. without attributing it to or creator of the work, and give incorrect source of information's wrongful creation. Then failure of given credit and acknowledge to contribute the other collaborative efforts which to which you are also part of. So how not to plagiarism? As most universities put their students handbook to avoid plagiarism. For that purpose, some universities are just take that handbook from the users to avoid these types of plagiarisms. So you must be create whenever you use credit, you must be credited author's person idea, opinion and theory. Okay, second one is a quotations of other persons actual spoken or writing word, perhaps of the author's spoken and writing work. Okay, this is the basically how not to plagiarism on this. Then the next one is a plagiarism offense. If the plagiarism involved to copywriting not only the idea but also substantial portions of the copyright's work without attributed or without permissions, it would be amount of both copyright infringements and violations to special rights of the authors to be credited. Copyright actually to create both civil wrong and criminal offense. So a civil suit may be institute or criminals change. Both civil suits or criminals charge are punishable offense and amount to fine and penalties. Now this one is a digital property rights. Digital property or a digital rights refer to any informations about you or created by you that exists a digital form, either online or a electronic storage device. So this is a digital properties. So actually for example that online personal account such as email ID, communications amount, social media account, shopping account, photo and video sharing account, video game account, online storage account, websites and blogs that you may manage, domain name registers in your name. Intellectual property include copyrighted material, trademark, patent and any software code you may have written and own it, etc. So digital property lay with the owner. Okay, so legally a person who has created its or the owners who has got it developed by paying legal is a legal owner of digital property. One the owner can use and decide how in all in what form his and her digital assets may be used by other. Okay, whether by making payment or by billing, buying products or by obtaining the license and uses the right, etc. But this is not the case of general. There are many threats of the digital properties. Now, threats of the digital property. Digital software penetration tools. Although one need to buy use rights and or license to use digital property, there are many software penetration tools such as hack, keygens tools created by the hacker to penetrate your software registration systems and able to unauthorized use freely access your software without without actually paying for it. Now, stealing and plagiarism codes of your digital properties. Sometime other developer somehow get hold your software source code and then create plagiarism versions of your code and use it in their own software. Now, the property rights, digital property rights protections. First is the anti-tamper solutions. There are many anti-tamper solutions available today which ensure that your digital properties are tamper proof. The anti-tamper solutions are used a host to advanced technologies to prevent hacker from hacking and reserve engineering and something else. Okay, then legal clause, add legal clause, then limitations of sharing of software code. You should share your software code only with the trusted individuals who are the part of the development. You should use digital right management solutions to protect your software for being scrapped for the source use of developers. Okay, so this is the basic digital property rights. Thank you.